Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
The automotive industry is in a constant process of development. Designers are constantly coming up with different kinds of improvements, which have the purpose to maximize safety and make the most comfortable control of the car. One of such improvements is the installation of a multirole. In this review, we will answer the question of what is a multirole and whether it can be put instead of the usual steering wheel. Multirole. The name multirudder is an abbreviation of a common term, multifunctional steering wheel. What is hidden under this designation? As mentioned earlier, all automobile designers strive to make driving a car very convenient. Since modern vehicles have a lot of different gadgets and contraptions, which often require switching and adjustments during the trip, the driver has to be regularly distracted by them, which in turn can lead to accidents. It is this factor that was decisive for auto engineers in the creation of a multifunctional steering wheel. They tried to transfer some of the control elements to the steering wheel and save the driver from the need to throw the steering wheel and switch all sorts of buttons and levers. Multirole, multifunctional steering wheel, is an ordinary steering wheel on which are placed and various auxiliary elements of control of electrical equipment of the car. In modern cars, it can be a very advanced technological device. What can be on the steering wheel? On our roads, we can meet vehicles of different classes. Naturally, the electronic equipment of such vehicles will be significantly different. Depending on the class, multifunctional steering wheels will also differ. So, for example, in an inexpensive car, on the steering wheel, in the best case, will be taken out audio system control and only the function of switching on or off. Sound adjustment and other settings, most likely, will have to be made as usual. If the car will be a class a little higher, then on a steering wheel most likely will be taken out also control of climate system, regulation, onboard computer control, and cruise control. In even more advanced variants, you can find the possibility of controlling a cell phone from the steering wheel. This feature is called hands-free or hands-free. Today, many smartphones have the ability to access car audio systems, and through the control of a smartphone from the steering wheel, you can control the multimedia system. In addition to the above functions, the multirole buttons can control operation of manual and automatic transmission, control of transmission functions in vehicles with all-wheel drive, adjustment of suspension operation modes, which changes clearance and stiffness. Read also, the correct way to check the car's engine cushions. All these features are usually possessed by multifunctional steering wheels in cars with very expensive equipment, most prestigious brands. It is important to remember, a multi-steering wheel is a very modern improvement, but it's important to realize that the primary function of any steering wheel is to control the car. As such, very strict requirements are placed on the steering wheel. With all the improvements, the steering wheel should definitely remain comfortable and not be deprived of its main function in favor of modern trends. Thus, any additional functions should not distract the driver from driving. Connecting the stereo to the steering wheel. Almost all cars that have a multi-steering will have a standard stereo installed. But there may be a situation when you want to replace the music system with a more advanced one. In this case, you should be prepared for the fact that the buttons located on the steering wheel will not control the new system. It will be necessary to do some work to eliminate this problem. Despite the apparent simplicity of the work to be done, the connection of a non-standard stereo can take several hours. The success and speed of the work will depend on the skills of working with electronics. Otherwise, it is best to contact a master. If you still decide to try your strength and connect the stereo to the multifunctional yourself, then following our instructions, you will achieve the goal. What you need to prepare suitable for you: magneto. The most popular among drivers are Players, Pioneer, or Sony. ISO adapter. This adapter is most often included with the equipment. Buy another adapter of the same kind. An adapter for connecting the antenna. You also need to buy an adapter that allows you to connect the buttons on the multirole and the magnet. Selecting an adapter is required for correct connection of a non-standard stereo to the multi-controller. Manufacturers offer a rather diverse selection of these devices. They can be models suitable only for a particular car or universal, which can be connected to almost any car. Among universal models, the most popular is an adapter with the possibility of programming under the brand ACV. These devices look like a module of small size with wires of different colors. These wires are taken outside, which facilitates the process of connection with the wires on the magnet board. These adapters are suitable for all car stereos, regardless of brand, which have a remote control, and the programming process will be done directly from the remote control. Adapter ACV SWI. One allows you to save all the functions of the buttons located on the steering wheel and even expands their capabilities. Namely, allows you to program two functions on the same button. This is achieved by a short or long press. Read also, why you need and how works cathodic protection for cars installation first. We connect the stereo by following all the instructions. Connect the antenna and check the correct operation of the device. Connect the wires of the steering wheel block and the adapter wires according to the following diagram. The white wire on the adapter must always be disconnected from the ground. Line 1, blue wire, STRG SWA. Line 2, green wire, STRG SWB. Mass, black wire, STRG GND, to the minus, vehicle body. After all wires are connected, the direct programming process begins. The adapter is powered with plus 12V. One of the LEDs should blink. Connect the white wire to mass and the device enters the learning process. On the multirole, find the audio volume control button, press and hold it until the LED lights up. On the remote control, press the sound amplification button and point the remote control at the adapter. The LED on the housing should go out at this time. If you need to place the second command on the same button on the steering wheel, you need to press it and hold it until both LEDs light up. Hold the button on the remote control until the LEDs go out. All other buttons are programmed according to the same principle. Disconnect the white wire on the adapter and insulate it. The adjustment is completely completed, and you have made an independent connection of the multi-controller to a non-standard car stereo. Some skillful people dare to connect the stereo to the steering wheel, not having buttons on it. They face a natural question: how to make a multirole with their own hands. This is quite possible for those who are tight friends with electronics. All others can give advice. Just buy a ready-made multifunctional steering wheel. This will save yourself from unnecessary waste of time and money.